Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to unbox the Vevor diesel fuel heater. The current outside temperature is around freezing. Inside of the Caliente garage is about 50 degrees, so it's actually really cold out. I want you to stay tuned to this video. We're gonna unbox the Vevor diesel fuel heater right here in the Caliente garage. So let's get started.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
If you are new to the Caliente YouTube channel, please take the opportunity to click the subscribe button. All right, so let's open it up and look at what we are getting. I will include a link in the description of the video of where you guys can pick up this exact same heater that I'm unboxing and displaying right here in the Caliente garage. So I have an accessory box. We have an accessory box. We're getting some literature, which is probably the user manual or owner's manual. So we're getting this literature booklet. And we're gonna lift this thing right out of the box. See if we can slide it out. Also in the box, we're getting a vent hose. So we're gonna show you everything that came with this Vevor diesel fuel heater. I'm gonna set that to the side. Spin this around. We have a little box here that says air vent. We'll look into that. Got some styrofoam. And this is actually different. This is the first time that I've actually seen this type of heater. This thing is well packed. So we are looking at the actual heater. And this thing is actually made like a toolbox. It's very cool. Just spinning it around to look at it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna dive into this here in a moment. This thing looks like an actual toolbox here in the Caliente garage. So let's open up some of the contents and see what we are getting so we can get this thing set up. And this will be the first time that I've actually set up this type of heater. Okay, so in the air vent box, we're getting some attachments to attach the air vents. We'll set that to the side. We have an accessory box. Let's get this opened up. One of the things I kind of like about Vevor is that they make excellent products. If you guys missed a video of my Vevor clothing rack that I use to hang up my motorcycle gear, I want you to click on the link to check out my clothing rack video. Inside of the accessory box, we're getting exhaust pipe insulation. An exhaust pipe. We'll set that to the side. Inside of the accessory kit, power cable, hose clamps of various sizes, and some other hardware. And we have an exhaust. Looks like some duct work for the exhaust. And this thing is made just like a toolbox. See if we can open up some of the side compartments. We have a air heater controller. So this thing looks like it can be controlled with the remote control. That's pretty neat. So look like we're getting a handy remote. Spin this thing around. And it looks like some type of power control module. And this will be the power adapter. One end is a home outlet for a 110. The other end looks like it plugs into the heater, but we'll get into that. And I think this thing is really cool. Actually, it looks like a toolbox. So it opens up just like a toolbox. It has a reservoir. I guess this would be your diesel fuel. Okay. And the other portion is the actual heater. So this is very different. This is the first time I've actually seen a setup like this, a diesel fuel heater that looks like just looks like an ordinary toolbox, okay? Has these cool latches here on the front. We have a place to plug the power adapter here on the side. As I spin the unit around, we have an exhaust port. So one has to be air in, the other has to be an exhaust out, but we'll verify. And we have a tank gauge. We got a tank gauge here on the front. So we're gonna just look at the literature, since this will be the first time I've actually set one of these things up. And let's see what it actually says. So it's giving you all of the paperwork. It's giving you the safety instructions. The heating medium is air. The fuel is diesel. The rating is a DC 12 to 24 volts, 40 watts. So looking at the packing list, we're getting the XMZ TB20, the main engine that looks like a fuel box. We're getting the exhaust pipe. We're getting the blowpipe. We're getting the remote control, which is here on the side. We're getting the remote control. We're getting the silencer with one fixing, two pieces, and two screws, okay? We're getting a blow pipe clamp. We're getting a clamp. And we're getting the pipe clip, okay? So all of that will be into the kit. All of that is in the kit. The blow pipe clamp, the pipe clip, the screws for the lock catch. We have the power adapter. We have the extension line. We have the extension line. We have a power cord. A carbon monoxide module will be here on the side. We're getting retainer screw, silencer retainer screw. So we're getting some plastic attachments. We're getting the protective sleeve. And we're getting a user manual. And this diesel heater has an app that you can download to your phone using the QR code to control the heater via the diesel heater app. And we have a Bluetooth. Looks like we have a Bluetooth LCD switch. So along with the remote is a Bluetooth LCD switch. So the heater comes with the installation diagram, and it shows you how to actually set up the diesel fuel heater right here inside of the literature that came included with the kit. So the way this thing looks like it's going to work, power cord. So the power cord has this little groove where it's going to plug. Okay, so you can actually straight wire this thing, or so we got this little groove here on the side that's going to plug directly on the side of the heater. So we have an exhaust pipe. It's going to attach to the front. Like so. And this other end will attach to the silencer. So it looks like we're going to need a few tools to get this thing attached. I'm going to take two of the smallest clamps. One is going to attach around the heat shield. I'm going to use some tools to attach the clamp to the exhaust pipe. And the size that I'm using is a 9/32. I've attached the exhaust pipe using a small clamp. The tool that I use is a Phillips screwdriver and a 9/32 socket. I'm going to slip on the heat shield. This actually goes to the outside. So I'm just showing you how to get this thing set up. I'm going to take a small hose clamp. And I'm using a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to just tighten this hose clamp down. And I want to show you just how you set this thing up. But this is going to go to the outside to attach the air inlet. It's going to go here on the side. We're going to use two big clamps, and we're going to use that rotary turn eye. So we do not want to mount this yet. This is going to mount to the wall. So you're going to mount this piece, and then you're going to put this little rotary turn eye over the mount. So we don't want to mount that yet. But basically how this is going to go, you're going to take You're gonna take one of the clamps that came with the heater. You're gonna take the large hose clamp and you're gonna slide the exhaust or the blow pipe. You're gonna slide the blow pipe onto the heater, and then you're gonna use the large clamp to tighten it in place. So we're not gonna put that in. I'm just showing you how this is actually gonna look once you have everything set up, okay? You're gonna use the large hose clamp to clamp it to the blow pipe like so, okay? This hose saw set did not come with the heater. This would be a 3-inch or 76 millimeter. So to drill out the hole for the blow pipe, you're gonna need a 3-inch or 76 millimeter hole saw, okay? And you can pick up one of these kits at Harbor Freights or at your local parts store. I can use a step bit to drill out the hole for the exhaust pipe, and a hole saw set, which is actually sold separately, can be used to drill the blow pipe. So these are some of the tools that you're going to need to actually set the heater up. And it's also coming with this attachment that you could actually straight wire instead of plugging into a 110 AC wall outlet. You could plug into a 12 volt or 12 to 24 volt DC 12 amp. You can actually straight wire it. So it comes with these 2 wire loops, and you can attach this to like the battery of a vehicle. When you run this exhaust pipe, it needs to run straight. It needs to lay horizontal. So according to the directions, this exhaust pipe needs to run in a horizontal plane, okay? So everything you need is gonna come in the kit. We're looking at the Vevor diesel fuel heater, model number XMZ ZB20. And it actually has a downloadable app where you can actually control this thing off of your phone. So we're looking at the Vevor diesel fuel heater. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to put it down in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you a little bit later out here in the Caliente garage.